Hello, hello. It looks like we are live. And we're back with Ace Attorney again. I believe we're actually on the last mission, or trial for this particular game. Hello, Delvin. Sorry I'm running a little behind. We had our Patreon movie night earlier, and then I had to go get dinner, so I'm a little behind usual, but... Hey, Akatsuki! Yes, this is my favorite case of the original ones. I don't know if there's another one after this. I feel like this is the last one? I don't remember. It's been a while. But, we'll wait a few minutes, see who hops in, and then we will get started. Probably only make it halfway through this one. I think it's a pretty long one. Hey, Ariel! Welcome! Let's see what options... It doesn't look like there's an option for... There's this sound, you know, the little sound that plays when the text plays. I was gonna see if I could turn that off, but... Oh well. Yeah. Turnabout goodbyes. I do believe this is the last one of the original game. And I agree, it's also the best case. Because it's like the most... involved with the history of the main character. So it's way more personal, of course. Alright, let's see. Phoenix... Wright, Ace Attorney, Trials. Alright. Here we go. Oh! So, apparently there is, I don't know if it's on this or not, but there is another case that was added to the DS remake that, I presume will be in this, but this is the last of the original ones. Hey, Nacho! Jeff, Queen. But, oh, I hope the touchscreen stuff... Ooh, how are you gonna stream the touchscreen stuff? Oh well, I guess we'll figure it out! Haha. It's been, what, 15 years? About that, yes. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered? But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. At last, I shall have my revenge. What? Merry Christmas. Christmas in the Ace Attorney world is always very shitty. Ye gods! How could it be? Hey, we got Nathan. I don't know if I said hello to Queen. Hello. Hello, everyone hopping in. It is Christmas, and there has been a murder. Hey, Nick. You know if there are any good waterfalls around here? Waterfalls? Dare I ask why? Duh, isn't it obvious? I need a waterfall to stand under, preferably a freezing one. Just gotta train, obviously. The Ace Attorney live-action movie is without irony the best video game movie I've seen. We've been planning to watch it. We were gonna do it for the Patreon watch, but we ended up watching Evil Dead. I think maybe we'll do Phoenix Wright for the whole Discord movie night, which we've been kind of talking about and haven't had happen yet, but we will have to get around to it. Hey, Silent Leon, thanks for joining us. Is that part of your spirit medium training? Of course, except I've been slacking off lately. I need to brave the elements and be forged anew under the rushing spring waters. Okay. I don't know about any falls per se, but Gourd Lake is pretty close. Oh, darn. Sorry, but them's the breaks. Couldn't you just take a cold shower or something? Good idea. Not quite the same, but okay. So much for rushing spring waters. Next in the news. The news, next in it. A large unidentified animal was sighted at Gourd Lake. The town is buzzing with excitement. The town, not this not a named town, the town, and the news. Locals are calling it Gordy, in a tip of the hat to Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. Though its namesake proved to be a hoax, locals are confident their Gordy is the real deal. Boring. Can't they show real news for a change? Nick? The water pressure's kinda low in that shower. Why does your office have a shower? And I guess maybe do they live here? I don't know. You want more pressure, huh? Why don't you go down to the fire department and have them spray you with the hose? Good idea, Nick. Oh, Maya, no. Maya, don't. Apparently, Fey blood is no aid in detecting sarcasm. We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Strange occurrences continue at Gourd Lake, but this time it's murder! Gourd Lake again? The body of a man was found in the lake early this morning. A suspect was apprehended. Sources inside the police department revealed that the suspect's name is Miles Edgeworth, aged 24. Edgeworth was an up-and-coming prosecutor known for his skill and connections. This news station needs a better writer. Are these games set in Japan? Originally they were, in the Japanese version. In the English version, they tried to localize it to make it more like California, but not everything translates very well. So fans have come to call it Japanifornia. It's kind of a mix between the two. And you will notice things like the news and the like it can be very vague in a weird way. Hey Dex-Mex. He was guaranteed a long and rewarding career. Has he thrown it all away? Edgeworth? What's going on? Edgeworth would never do something like... Nick? Yipes, Maya! The fireman yelled at me when I called. I have my dinner on my side table and Gandalf's trying to get it. He is staring at it. He would like the spaghetti. We've got bigger things to worry about than that. They arrested Edgeworth. What? You mean the prosecutor? Yeah, he's a suspect in a murder. What? When? Where? Whom? Why? How? I don't know. Let's go find out, Nick. Alright. Let's find out. No spaghetti. No. No spaghetti. He wants the spaghetti. He wants the spaghetti. You know, Nick, we've all been in here one time or another, haven't we? I guess it comes with the territory. Yeah. I'm not sure it's something we should mention to too many people. My boy. He looks very angry. No. Hey, Lynn Griffin. Hey, Edgeworth, come back! What are you doing here? Didn't I tell you you burdened me with unnecessary feelings? Nick, I don't think he's in a very good mood. I wouldn't be either. Well, he is in detention. Were you in a good mood when you were in here? So you've come to laugh at the fallen attorney. Then laugh, laugh! Well, why aren't you laughing? Nick, should we be laughing? Nah, it's a trick. Laugh and he'll get mad, or burst into tears. Edgeworth, we don't have so much free time. We can spend it coming down here to laugh at you. Yes, you do. He's right. I hoped you wouldn't come. I didn't want you to see me. Not like this. These big homos. I didn't want to see you like this either, believe me. Alright, tell me what happened. Edgeworth, tell me what happened. Why should I? What are you going to do about it? Duh, we're gonna help you, that's what. Help me? You? Don't be ridiculous. Sorry? You're a novice. You've only been in 3 trials. Hey, Sure, you got lucky and won all 3, but your luck's bound to run out someday. You need real skill, Wright. Experience! Nick, he's insulting you. Nick? Why am I always the one who has to get angry? Hey, Alexis, welcome. The murder took place at Gourd Lake, correct? Yes, late last night. The lake is a long way away from your offices in the courthouse.
Don't be cute. I know you want the spaghetti.
Why were you down there?
Hey!
I'm gonna put the scooter right there.
Ha! Now you can't get it.
I see no need to tell you. Hey, Lobsel! Mr. Edgeworth, you didn't really... Gordy. Huh? I went to see Gordy.
We went to see the Loch Ness Monster.
What's that? I'll tell you later. Why won't Edgeworth talk to us? Obviously, he thinks he's in trouble and he doesn't want to get you involved, which he is in trouble. I see you're talking about, Emma and, what's her face, Akatsuki? Do people put them together? Lady with the whip? Alright. Gourd Lake. This is where it happened? Oh god, it's the creepy trees from the Evil Dead. We watched that over in the Patreon just now, so it's on my mind. Gourd Lake is in the middle of this park. I can see some police walking around in there. Questioning people, probably. Hey, isn't that Detective Gumshoe over there? Well, pal? There's enough of us here. Anyone found anything? Sorry, sir. Nothing. Aw, I'm sorry, Ariel. I've seen on Twitter you've been having some rough times. Hopefully things will turn around and get better. And Gandalf, stop it! You are not sneaky in your slow walk to the spaghetti. I actually don't know. I think I vaguely know who you're talking about, Akatsuki. Cannot remember. It's been a while since I played these games. We need clues on the double! But sir, there weren't any clues! That's why we arrested that attorney, Mr. Edgeworth, because there weren't any clues? It's clear, sir. He's the one who... Shut up! Just you try saying that again. There's also a clear guilty party over here. I'll make you sorry if you do. So just get out of my face, pal. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe's kinda scary today. Of course, he likes Edgeworth. Recruits? Peh. Ah! Eh! Hey, you're that hairy guy. Hairy butts. Right, Phoenix Wright. Will he ever learn my name? And just what are you doing here, pal? Investigating? Huh? Well, yes, I suppose. Well, I'm here to help. Ask me anything you want. Bring it. He seems different than usual. I wonder what's up. He wants to prove Edgeworth's innocent, of course. Mr. Edgeworth hasn't actually asked us to defend him yet. Huh? Oh, you don't say. Poor guy. Detective Gumshoe, do you know what happened here? Time for me to eat this before the cat does. My fork! I'm just dropping everything. There we go. Huh? You don't know, pal? No. Wow, okay, Mr. Head in the Fluffy Pink Clouds lawyer. He just got here! Leave him alone! Never mind, I'll tell you. It happened last night about 15 minutes after midnight. There was a boat out on Gourd Lake. Very beautifully animated. In the boat were 2 men. One of those men shot the other with a pistol. And the shooter was Mr. Edgeworth. A cop who arrived on the scene arrested him. How did they get there so fast? Well, there was a witness. When the report came in, we raced to the lake. A witness? Who was this witness? Sorry, pal, that's confidential. Bye, Ariel. Thanks for joining us. Get more of my dinner. Anyway, the witness saw everything, apparently. I'm sure they'll turn up at the trial tomorrow. Was there only that one witness? Yep. It was pretty cold out in the lake last night. And it was Christmas Eve, after all. Still, we're being thorough. You never know when you're gonna turn up another witness. That's why we're here today checking things out. So far, we're coming up empty. Poor guy's trying so hard. Oh, it's Christmas today. I'd forgotten. What are you getting me for Christmas, Nick? Talk to Santa. You don't think Mr. Edgeworth is a murderer, do you? Absolutely not. It's impossible. I don't care if there's a witness either. I don't believe a lick of it. Right. Who cares what the witness says? I care. You really believe in him, don't you, Detective? Of course he does. Of course I do, but the police are pretty sure he's the killer. Nobody's even really taking this investigation that seriously. Oh no. After all the help Mr. Edgeworth has been to us, hard to imagine that no one's standing up to take his side. Well, at least you are, Detective. At least you are. Do you know who will be Mr. Edgeworth's defense attorney in tomorrow's trial? He hasn't got one yet. What? The trial is tomorrow, isn't it? Well, I don't know the whole story, but apparently no one he's been talking to will take his case. Uh-oh. Hey, Brian. Yeah, Christmas Eve and a murder happens. In this universe, inevitably, almost every game, there's a murder at Christmas. I'm pretty sure it happens at least like 3 times. Mr. Edgeworth won't tell me. When you guys showed up, I figured he'd asked you to defend him. Unfortunately not. Well, pal, then you got a job to do. Help out Mr. Edgeworth. Prove that badge you wear isn't just some fancy piece of metal. Prove it to me, pal. Show me you're an attorney. He's so cute. Nathan. I don't think Old Bag shows up in this one, but I do remember there is someone that's like completely goofy that shows up. Your attorney's badge. Edgeworth. Let me defend you. Ha! Ha ha! Good one, Wright. But I'm not that hard up. Not yet. What do you mean by that? Me? Trust a wet-behind-the-ears lawyer with only 3 trials under his belt. Never. What? My case is near hopeless, right? Every defense attorney I've talked to has turned me down. What? Simply put, they were afraid they'd lose. It occurred to me that it might be my fault that they lack confidence. Well... After all, I did get every single one of their clients declared guilty. I don't believe it. Regardless, I don't want you involved in this. You, in particular, I cannot ask to do this. Oh, you dumb child. Edgeworth, this is really hard for me to ask. But you didn't do it, right? Right? Think what you will. I have only one request. Huh? Stay out of this case. Why? But Nick is trying to help you. I know that. But I don't want your help, okay? Why not? Because I am an emotionally repressed gay man who cannot handle my feelings. Look, just go away and leave me alone. Nick, Mr. Edgeworth did it, didn't he? Maya, let's go investigate elsewhere. But Nick... Is it true? No one will take Mr. Edgeworth's case? Yeah, he's a bit of a celebrity. If you defended him and lost, your reputation would be sure to suffer. What's more, the case against him is, well, it's pretty solid. I suppose it would be if they have a witness. Hey, pal! Don't tell me you're going to turn your back on him too. Remember the Steel Samurai case? Mr. Edgeworth helped you get your client declared innocent. I know. I went to Edgeworth. I tried. He really doesn't want us to represent him. Especially not us, he said. What? Well, that doesn't make any sense, pal. You should have heard him talking about you after that trial. He kept saying, right, over and over. Nick? I'm not sure that's a good sign. Neither am I. Why wouldn't he want your help? I don't get it. Detective Gumshoe, sir! What? Find something? No, sir, not yet. But there was a call from the precinct. They want to hold an investigation briefing. A briefing? Right, I'm off. Oh. Sorry, pal. I guess you heard. I gotta go. Any last things you want to ask me before I head back? Well, yes. Do you have any information on the victim? Sorry. They haven't worked up the autopsy report yet. I'm still waiting for it myself. Actually, say, if you get the time, drop by the precinct. We can talk more there, pal. You're not coming back? Probably not, pal. So, what should we do if we have something to talk to you about? All right. Here, I'll show you how to get to the precinct. Come down and see me anytime. All right. Mr. Edgeworth is a good guy. He had this whole case is basically about why he is the way he is, if it's the one I think it is, which I'm pretty sure it is. He had a hard life. What? We'd like to take a look around in the park. Can we walk around? Yeah, no problem, pal. You got my permission. You know, Nick, I think there's something to be said for talking to people when they're busy. Yeah, they don't have time to think about not giving you information. Right, now let's get investigating. Granted, he wants you to help out this time. He's just a bit edgy. Okay, this is the backstory case. I thought it was, because it's the last one, technically, I think, the original last one in this game. Wowzers! This is Gourd Lake. Who says wowzers? Oh man, I want a samurai dog. That looks pretty great. I'm not sure it warrants a wowzers though. Probably not. But hey, look at that snack stand. Samurai dogs. I want a samurai dog, please. I bet they're great. With a name like Samurai Dog, how could they not be? They're a little behind the times, though. The kids are all into the pink princess now. I mean, like, you know? Nope. Oh, man. Huh. Someone left some poppers here. You know, you pull the string. Ah, man, there's gonna be some kind of... They thought they heard a gunshot, but it was the popper! Those pop. Yeah, I know the ones. You see them around a lot New Year's. Hey, Nick, they might be a clue. Let's take them. Come on, admit it. You just want to pop them. Was it that obvious? Poppers. I suppose it couldn't hurt. Huh? Where'd they go? Into my pocket. You never know. A hot dog stand. It's closed. The Christmas fringe looks a little half-baked. The banner reads, Samurai Dogs. Somebody needs to redecorate. Alright, doesn't look like there's a lot around here. Wow, Gourd Lake is really big. Yeah. Say, Nick, why is it called Gourd Lake? Oh. Well, a long time ago, they used to grow gourds here. Whoa, no way! I was sure it was because the lake looked like a gourd when viewed from above. You know, like an hourglass shape. Well, it is shaped like a gourd, actually. But that's just a coincidence. Oh, okay. Is that true? Or are you bullshitting, Phoenix? Huh. I almost didn't see that signpost. Left boat docks, right exit. The trash can's empty. At least the place is well maintained. Alright, let's go. How do I... Suspicious. I like it here, Nick. Look, someone's camping, even though the sign says no camping. They've got guts camping at the scene of a murder. Hey, Nick! If they were camping here last night, they might know something about the murder. That's true. Good call, Maya. Let's go talk to them. Are they here? Because it doesn't look like it. Hey, Nick! What? Don't tell me you're hungry again. No. I was just wondering, why are camping pots and pans made of aluminum? They didn't talk about that in any of the law books. So there's no law saying they have to be made out of aluminum then? I'm not having this conversation. Oh, she's fun. Let's see, we got a car. The SUV's seen better days. It's dented all over. I can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. There's food and some magazines on the sheet. It takes a pretty tough skin to camp in this cold. They could sleep in the car. The sign says no camping. Funny place to pick to pitch your tent. Wait, what if the sign said no setting tents on fire? I don't think they have signs like that. No, I don't think they need signs like that, Maya. This camera has a mic and some sort of attachment. It must take pictures when triggered by a noise. Wow, cool. Let's try it out. Cough. Hi, I'm Nick. Maybe I'm not saying it loud enough. Hey, I'm Nick! Huh. Will you stop that? Maybe it's broken. Don't kick it. Maybe it isn't set to respond to voices. Well, what then? These things? The party poppers? Yep. Well, it responded. Yeah! Hey, you! Get your hands off of that! What in the Sam Hill? Oh, look what you done now! There goes a whole roll of film. Sorry. Sorry's nice, but it don't pay my bills. Y'all know how much a roll of that film costs? I'll pay you back. What were y'all thinking setting off a party popper in a place like this? Well... What? Don't try to play stupid with me just because you think I'm some country bumpkin. Yeah, I know how y'all Yanks think. I say those southern folks talk with that exaggerated drawl, why they must be dumb. Well, let me tell you, just because I might be dumb don't mean we all are. Oh, man. Nick, help. And who are you now, her chaperone? Yeah, no, rather, we're sort of friends. Just figure out what y'all are gonna say and say it for bejesus's sake. God, I'd rather sit through one of Papa's draws than listen to you stutter all day. Oh boy. I guess we should pay her for the film. Watch it! Yes, ma'am. On second thought, I'll pay later. I'm really sorry. This character's great. Hi, Kim. I had a pretty good day myself. Got a lot of work done. Built a bookshelf. The usual. What? Can't you see I'm changing the film on my camera here? Someone, I'm not naming any names, but someone used up a whole roll. Sorry. That didn't work. I wonder if I have anything to show her that would get her attention. Bet you I could present my badge. This is my badge. Huh? Aren't badges supposed to be all shiny and impressive? You a cop or something? I'm a lawyer. What? Y'all ain't gonna try and pull one of them lawsuits on me over that film now. Cause I'll have y'all know I'm a fighter and I wrestle meaner looking things than you. No, that's not it at all. We're here investigating a murder that took place on the lake. A murder? Sounds cool. Why didn't y'all say that in the first place? Go ahead, ask me anything you like. Finally, some cooperation. You two, y'all can come out of hiding now. I won't bite. Hard. Come to think of it, where did Maya get to? Oh, was Maya hiding? Sorry, I was feeling a little overwhelmed. The culture gap. Oh, God. Never you mind, honey. I can talk yank for you if you want. If it pleases you. Thanks. I think I'll be okay. Great then. I'm Lotta. Lotta Heart. But y'all can call me Lotta. Which is great, because it's a lot of heart. She has a lot of heart. She's fantastic. I'm here photographing meteor showers for a research project. Mighty pleased to meet you. Alright. Oh yeah, when was that murder anyway? I ain't seen much television lately. It happened late in the night on Christmas Eve. That's so, Christmas Eve. A man on a boat was shot. Did you see anything? Well, let me see. A boat, you say? I reckon I might have seen one. Not sure, though. Y'all gotta remember I've been watching this here lake for a good 3 days now. I seen enough boats to choke a mule. Kinda hard to remember which I seen when. God, choke a mule? Choke a mule. They had fun coming up with this dialogue. So what is it you do, Lotta? Huh? Me? Huh. Y'all don't really want to know that, do you? Actually, I'm a research student at Country U, right in the heart of the Heartland. Wow, neat. Nick, she's a research student at a university. So I hear. So when did you come up here? Let me see. I guess it was about 3 days ago. What are you photographing? Didn't I tell y'all that already? Meteors. Yep, meteor showers. She's totally lying. For sure. Falling stars? That's quite a camera you have there. Y'all better know it. It's German made. A genuine Solingen. Isn't that where they make knives? So what's that device you have stuck to the camera? Huh? Device? Your camera went off all by itself when I fired my party popper. Oh, that! That mic triggers the shutter whenever it detects certain sounds. It's programmed to pick up loud noises right now. A programmable camera. Neat. Yeah, if you're photographing meteor showers, that's not loud. She's not telling the truth. Yeah, and she is a witness. I remember we eventually interview her. She's super fun. She's not one of those, like, secret bad guys that some of the other witnesses are. She's just oblivious, you know? I don't know how true the mic connected to a camera thing is, but I feel like it is. I feel like you could probably set that up. Nick, what is this place? Well, doesn't the boat rental sign say? Closed for Christmas, it seems. I guess a murder taking place on one of the boats won't be good for business either. Boats? I've never ridden on a boat. Really? Well, how about we get on one when the trial's finished? Hey, good idea. You bet. Hey, Tanya. I agree. She's pretty fun. A small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone is around. They're probably closed because it's Christmas. And there was a murder. There are some boats floating at the dock. Was one of these boats used in the murder, I wonder? Nick? Huh? You'd think if the boat... They probably took that boat, right? For, like, evidence, I would think. I changed my mind. I really don't want to go for a boat ride. There's more forest off that way. I doubt I'd find any helpful clues in there. Alright, doesn't seem like there's much else to do here right now. So, I think we should go back and go to the police department, see what's up there. Looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here. Something wrong, miss? Turning yourself in? Okay, what did you do? Shoplifting? Larceny? Public indecency? What? None of those things! We're looking for Detective Gumshoe. Is he around? Gumshoe? Oh yeah, he's in a meeting right now. I don't think he'll be out anytime soon. Okay, we'll come back. You do that. Oh, and go straight home and stay out of trouble. No more shoplifting, you got that? Wow. Do I look like a criminal or something? Oh, man. Yes. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is one of the fighting games I've played the most of. And I didn't actually get the version that... I don't know if he was in the original. There was an updated version that added like 18 characters. Anyway, it's super fun. And Phoenix is a character in it. It's great. You get to fight as him. It's fantastic. I guess we need to go back. Must have missed something. The sign says Gourd Lake. This place is full of families picnicking on the weekend. But no waterfall. Not many picnickers come here for spiritual training, Maya. Let's see. I feel winter's chill from the bare leaf trees today. What is it about winter that turns people into poets? I don't know, but my toes are starting to feel numb. Yes, my poetry has that effect on some people. Oh, Phoenix, I love him. Yes, he is in Marvel vs. Capcom. Phoenix definitely is. He's in some other stuff too, but they're more like he's in the Professor Layton. There's a crossover with him. And I think he's in something else. But yeah, he's in that fighting game, which is just fantastic. I guess we gotta talk to her more. Maybe if I present... Oh, the poppers are gone. Lada? Yeah. So your camera, it triggers on loud explosion noises. Yep. Actually, the victim in the case we're researching, he was shot with a pistol. A pistol? Right. Now, wouldn't a gunshot make a similar noise to our party popper? I guess it would. Your camera didn't get a picture of the murder, did it? Hey, y'all are pretty bright. Huh? I see what you're saying. Tell you what, I'll have a look-see at my film. It would have been a photo taken late last night. I checked them once, don't remember if there was anything on them, though. But what if I got something? I could be a witness to a genuine murder. To a genuine murder, that's how I should say it. Yeehaw! I'll go check that film. Y'all come back now, you hear? Alright, so that's what I had to do to finish it. She went inside her SUV. I guess we should come back later. Alright. Time to go to the cops again. Yep. I guess Detective Gumshoe is still in that meeting. Hey! Thanks for coming down, pal! Detective Gumshoe! We just finished the meeting, for better or for worse. I get the feeling we're in for some bad news. Do you know anything about the victim yet? No, still can't ID him. Has Mr. Edgeworth said anything? Not a word. So how did the meeting go? I can't tell you, pal, you're a lawyer. True. You know, I don't know what to believe anymore. Sure, Mr. Edgeworth's human like you or me. Still, I get the feeling that if he'd done something wrong, he wouldn't go hiding it. That's just the kind of guy he is. Why can't anyone else see that? So they think Mr. Edgeworth did it? Well, the trial's starting tomorrow as scheduled. I see. Hey, in the end, you did tell us about the meeting. Don't go telling anyone else, pal. Yes, sir. And do me a favor. Stand by Mr. Edgeworth. He needs help, and you're the ones to give it to him. I'm sure he's got some reason why he won't talk to us. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. Aww. Hey, just another pest. This is the first game. Trial 4. Turnabout farewell? Turnabout something, I don't remember. Alright. Detective Gumshoe. How come you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? Well, I think that was obvious. We got a strong working relationship, us two. We trust each other, and that's how it works. He's so great. A working relationship? See, Mr. Edgeworth always gets his defendants declared guilty every time. Yeah, his methods might be a little extreme at times, but there's a reason. He trusts our investigation, see? He trusts us to get the right man. That's why I work extra hard, pal. We've got to earn that trust he places in us. Aww. I see. Mr. Edgeworth is a man you can trust. And you have my word on that. Aww. He's a good guy. Hey, Cygnus! I was wondering, did you ever get that autopsy report? Oh, that? Yeah, I made a copy for you. Nice! Wow, shot right to the heart. Shot in the heart, you're to blame. You give law a bad name. Nick. Huh? Can you show me that photo of the victim? That face! Someone you know? I don't know. I just have this feeling that I met him somewhere a long time ago. I don't know that. I guess I could try presenting. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Yeah, he doesn't know anything about that. Alright, let's go see if Lotta's finished with the picture. Isn't there a chain and lock? Yes. Later on, I think maybe the next game, there's a mechanic where he can actually, like, tell magically when people are hiding the truth, and he has a way of getting to the truth. It really adds a lot of fun layers to the game, but he doesn't do it in this one. Hey, y'all! Lotta! Wait up a sec, we got bingo. Bingo? My automatic camera took 2 pictures last night. Hey! This is them. Take a look. Wait. See? See? He's shooting him with that pistol. It looks like that, yes. But you can't really tell who's shooting. Yeah, well, there was enough fog out there last night to strangle a bullfrog. But you know, seeing these photos reminded me of something. What? I saw the murder happen. I'm a witness. What? Are you serious? Of course. How do you forget? Never mind. Y'all reckon I should tell the cops? I reckon so. I reckon no. I reckon so. What's that? Now don't y'all go trying to mock my accent. I'm a sensitive lady. Hey, so I'm off to talk to the cops. Y'all can have this photo. Later. Oh, man. Wait, Lotta, what? Can't y'all see I'm kind of busy? Tell us what you saw too, please. Nice try, honey, but I wasn't born yesterday. I'm a witness, and that means I'm on the side of justice, and that means the cops. Well, I'd sooner eat the south side of a northbound skunk than tell you. Lotta! Don't let it get your skivvies in a bunch. Friends today, enemies tomorrow. Or was that the other way around? No matter. I'm gone. Hey, maybe they'll let me do some testifying. Hot darn. I think she's just, like, excited to be part of it. She's like, cool, this is awesome. I love her. Well, that's one more witness. What do we do now, Nick? Well, if she saw something, there's not much we can do about it. The question is, what exactly did she see? I guess we'll find out in the trial tomorrow. Alright. Looks like the police have given up their interviewing. Hey! It's Santa! Nick! I think Santa's mad at you! Long time no see, Nick! Nick, you know Santa? Wow, Nick and Saint Nick. I see the connection. Don't be ridiculous. Dude, it's me! Oh no, it's the butts. Larry! What are you doing here? Isn't it obvious I'm working my day job? I sell samurai dogs. Want one? Gotta get money for dates, you know. My girl Kiance deserves the best. Kiance? Not another model, I hope. Oh, Kiance's a fine, fine woman, Nick. It was her idea I wear this costume. She was all, you go, girlfriend, you know? What? She bought this costume for me. That's great, Larry. Wow, a Santa costume. She must be really nice. Whoa, cute. Nick, who's she? She's not your... No, she's like 5 years younger than me. She's like a child. I don't actually... He's like 22. She's probably like 16? I'm not exactly sure. I'm his partner, Maya Faye. I'm, the little sister. Aw, sister? Wow, Nick, must be tough. Oh, okay, I was like, what is that? Working 9 to 5, having to take care of a little sister? No, I'm not Nick's sister. I'm my older sister's little sister. Aw. Huh, sounds great. Oh, what a dunce. Don't worry, Maya, he's not listening. Hey, Larry, there was a murder here last night. And since you work here, have you heard anything? Nick, you're wasting your time. Last night was Christmas Eve. He was with Kiance, obviously. He wouldn't have been standing out here in the cold. Oh, no. I think what you just said caught him off guard, Maya. No, it's just... Kiance is not in town right now. She's in Hawaii on a photo shoot. Oh, no. A model, I knew it. How does this man get with models, though? I mean... Well, anyway, there was a murder here on the lake. The trial's tomorrow. Huh, neat. Neat! The defendant is Edgeworth, Miles Edgeworth. Nick? Why would Larry know Edgeworth? Whoa, Nick! You don't mean that Miles Edgeworth? Old Edgy? Yeah, he's a murder suspect. Whoa, murder? Huh? You know Mr. Edgeworth, Larry? Yeah, of course. Edgy was in the same class as us in grade school. What? Tell me about the dogs. Huh? Oh, you mean the samurai dogs? Well, why are they samurai dogs? I mean, they kind of look gourd-shaped. Oh, well, originally they were gourd dogs. You know, like guard dogs? Oh my god. Ouch. The samurai thing was Kiance's idea. Oh, she's my woman, you know. She was all, change the name and you go, girlfriend. This poor man. She made me that banner. Man, the kids can't get enough of those samurai dogs. Something about that just seems wrong. Oh, and guess what? We're getting a ton of customers here at the lake, what with the big news. The big news? Yeah, Gordy. Gordy. Alright. Hey, Addie, welcome. Mr. Edgeworth was your classmate, Larry? Yeah, Nick, him, and I used to hang out all the time. Wow, I never knew. Don't get me wrong, he's always been kind of a stick in the mud. Studying all the time, trying to be like father. Like his father? Yeah, Edgy's pop was a famous defense lawyer back in the day. Wow. Wait. You said defense lawyer. Yeah. Wait a second. But Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecuting attorney. What? Edgy's got a And she's got a proboscis on his knee? No, he's a prosecuting attorney. That's like the total opposite of a defense lawyer. Huh. Go figure. He always used to talk about defending the weak who were unable to defend themselves. Man, he used to go on and on about man's duty to society and all that. What a bore. I wonder what changed his mind, though. Do you know Nick? Nick? Poor boy. Yes, his name is Butts. His name is Larry Butts, obviously. Harry Butts, obviously. That's his name. What's Gordy? Huh? You mean you don't know? It's here in this very lake. A giant, mysterious monster. A monster? Yeah. Check it out. This is an article from yesterday's paper. There's a photo. Wow, it's really real. Nick, a monster! A real monster! Yeah. It's probably just a log or something, right? Hey, there's a quote here from the person who took the photo. What's this? I set the camera to automatic, and when we got into the frame, I heard a loud bang like an explosion, followed by the sound of something slipping into the water. I wish I could have seen it. Why would there be a sound like an explosion? Larry, could I borrow this article from you? Sure, no problem. That'll be $1 million. $1 million? Grow up, Larry. Oh, man. Alright. We can probably move on. Let's check the boats. Nothing? Okay. Then let's go back to the precinct, maybe? I don't think we have anything we can show him that he's gonna have any thoughts on. Not a gumshoe in sight. If you're looking for Detective Gumshoe, he's in the questioning room. Apparently, an important witness turned up. He'll be in there a while. Lot of heart. It has to be. Uh-oh. Still ignoring me. I guess there must be something else I have to do with the butts. Anything to examine? I can't get over the samurai dogs. The original samurai dogs, no less. Hey, man, whoever calls their product the original first wins. Why don't you add world famous to the sign? Hey, good idea! What have I done? Oh, man. Hey, Nick, benches! Let's take a break. Maybe have a dog? I think not. It's too cold to sit around and eat hot dogs out here. Wimpy city boy. You should try standing under a freezing waterfall sometime. Oh man, Maya. Anything else? No. Alright, well. Said everything. I guess we'll try going back to where she was, maybe? An expensive-looking camera faces the lake. Next to it is a large microphone and a blue plastic sheet. Looks like a computer is attached to the camera. Yeah, we read that already. Let's try. The trees grow quite thick here. Further back, the trees fade into the shadow where the sunlight can't reach them. Creepy. Doesn't look like there's anything else we can do here. Maybe I need to go back to... Let's go back to the, office, I guess. Yeah, alright. What is it? Oh, nothing, just something's been bothering me. Could you show me that autopsy report once more? Hey, I remember now. This guy. He's a lawyer that was at that office Mia worked at. I met him once when I went to hang out with Sis. That office? Wait. You mean Grossberg's office? Right, that guy. That was the last name that was the last name I expected to come up. Maybe I should go talk to him, for old time's sake. Alright. Ahem! Ah, that old familiar clearing of the throat. Aha, you're Mia's something, are you not? I was her understudy, yes, Phoenix Wright. Aha! And you're Mia's something too, are you not? Her little sister, yes. You've grown! You've come to look a lot like your sister, you know? It takes me back. Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg, sir. Ah, yes, I beg your pardon. Of course you came here to discuss something. What is it then? Something the matter? You just finished an assignment on murder for your degree? That's pretty great. Oh, that's pretty funny. Another person in the Discord, Pablo, is also a lawyer, and has talked a little bit about working in that field as well, and it's just funny to see how it's very obviously not realistic. But I mean, how would you make an entertaining game and make it realistic? Like, it would just be, it wouldn't be fun or as believable. You couldn't really buy into it. The embracing the absurdity is way better and way more fun. It makes it great. There was a murder last night. A murder? You haven't heard? I just got up, you see. Well, Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol. Edgeworth? What? Who did he shoot? Well, the identity of the victim is still unknown. This is terrible news indeed. I guess he hadn't heard anything. Mr. Grossberg, whatever happened to that painting? Oh yes. I do not think it shall ever be coming back home to this office. I can't exactly claim it as stolen. I suppose it's my just desserts. Old, bitter desserts. Alright, let's try presenting the autopsy. Strange. I feel as though I've seen this man somewhere before. Ah! Did you remember? He was a lawyer here in my office. That's Hammond, Robert Hammond. Mr. Hammond? And you say this is the man Miles Edgeworth shot? Who is this Hammond guy, anyway? He has the most normal name of anyone we've met so far. Mr. Hammond. He was the defense attorney in that case. That case? Yes, the DL6 incident. DL6? Why does that sound so familiar? Perhaps you remember? I'm sure someone mentioned it during the trial for Mia's murder. That was the incident where the police were so at a loss they used a spirit medium. Wait, you don't mean... Was that medium my mother? Yes, my dear. The spirit medium, Misty Fay, your mother, contacted the spirit of the victim. But the case was a loss. No conviction was made. The DL6 incident, yes. Happened 15 years ago. A very strange case indeed. They never caught the criminal, right? Oh, I started... I keep accidentally reading Phoenix's lines in the goofy voices for other characters that I'm doing. Correct. Misty Fay used her powers to talk to the spirit of the late victim. Her testimony led to charges being laid against one man. But Mr. Hammond won the case, and the suspect was declared innocent. And the police blamed my mother, calling her a fraud. You were the one who helped her out then, right, Mr. Grossberg? Yes, quite. Thank you. No, please. Don't mention it. DL6. Never thought I'd hear that name again. But wait, what does that case have anything to do with Mr. Edgeworth? It has everything to do with Mr. Edgeworth, my dear. The victim in the DL6 incident was none other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth. His father? If you want to know more, you should ask him yourself. Show him this. I'm sure he'll talk to you. Wait. This is a photograph of my mother. Alright, let's go talk to him. What's this? I was hoping you'd gotten my message the first time. Edgeworth, what about your defense? Oh, my phone's ringing. Go away, spam! I don't answer 800 numbers. It's no concern of yours. Guess he hasn't found anyone yet. Maya's mother is a witness, and does she have a... Okay, so... It's not a split personality. They're spirit mediums, so they can, speak to ghosts on the other side. When they do that, the ghosts can actually possess them and their physical body changes. So she's not having, like, she doesn't have a split personality. She's channeling a ghost. Her sister died, which is why sometimes she channels her sister's spirit. And her mom could do the same thing. It's like a thing that runs in their family. It happens a bunch of times in this series. Mama Faye and Papa Edgeworth were involved in the same case. Edgeworth? It's only been a matter of hours since you last visited, yet you've made incredible progress in your investigation. I'll admit it, I'm impressed, Wright. You were always single-minded in your work, though. Once you start on something, you always see it through, don't you? About the DL6 incident. Right, DL6. I didn't want you to find out about it. That is why I refused your offer to defend me. I'm sorry if it sounded like I thought you weren't up to the job. I just wanted to keep you away from DL6. He wanted to protect you. So, do you still think it would have been better for me to stay away? I don't know, but I see no point in hiding anything from you now. Very well. Ask whatever you like, and I will answer to the best of my abilities. Alright. The DL6 incident was when my father died. Right before my eyes. He was shot and killed, and I saw it all. My memories from that time are foggy. I suppose it's a self-defense mechanism. In any case, a suspect was arrested. A man. It's pretty clear he was the only one who could have killed my father. The spirit medium they used to talk to my late father said the same thing. It was an attorney by the name of Robert Hammond that cleared the suspect's name. And Hammond is the victim in the Gourd Lake murder. Correct. That spirit medium, that was my mom. What? You mean you're... It's strange. I thought that terrible incident was about to end, and now this. About to end? The DL6 incident happened 15 years ago. 15 years ago on December 28th. December 28th? The statute of limitations on the case runs out in 3 days. What? Nick, what does that mean? When a case's statute of limitations run out, legally the case never happened. 3 days from now, DL6 will be closed forever. Akatsuki's explaining to Delvin all the supernatural powers that come up later. Listen, it's fun! There is a lot more... Well, it's not all supernatural. Some of it's kind of more science-y, but they definitely... They have a lot of gimmicks that kind of play into gameplay mechanics to make the games a little more... to spice it up a little bit. It's... yeah. So when you say it out loud, some of them sound really funny, but they're fun. What happened to the suspect? The one who got off innocent? I don't know. He disappeared from public view. Nobody knows where to. If he's still alive, he'd be about 50 years old now. I guess I can understand why he'd go into hiding. It'd be hard to live a normal life after being a murder suspect in such a big case. So was your father a lawyer? He was. Gregory Edgeworth. He was quite famous at the time, apparently. So you were sort of trying to follow in his footsteps? I'd rather not talk about it. My poor boy. Hey, Robert! I guess I presented everything. Do I present this? Who would have thought there'd be a photo? Edgeworth, did you shoot him? What do you think, Wright? I don't think you're the kind to point a gun at anyone, no. So you didn't shoot him? No, I didn't. It wasn't me. Right. It pains me to ask you this now. I know, you want us to defend you! Yes. Will you? Of course we will! How are we gonna get married in the future if I don't defend you now? I have to defend you now. Who could have guessed this day could come? Not me. This is my chance to finally pay you back. Pay him back? Pay me back? For what? I don't remember ever doing anything for you. Never mind. I guess you really don't need to know. God, these gay idiots. I love them. I agree, Akatsuki. The third game is definitely my favorite of the originals, and it's a close tie with the fourth game for my favorite overall, and the last case of that game is so good. But I also just really love the fourth one. It's really fun. Not that I think there's really a bad one I've played so far. My letter of request. Please give it to Detective Gumshoe. I haven't played them all yet, but I've played most of them. Played the first 5, and one of the side games. Well, I guess we should... What's that? Earthquake, Nick! It's a big one! Ah! It's calming down. Whew. That was scary. Huh? Huh? Where's Edgeworth? There. He's on the floor in a ball, shivering. I guess he doesn't do so well with earthquakes. I've heard of running, but curling up in a ball? Well, I guess we're done. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't seem like he's going to stand up anytime soon. Could we maybe help the guy that's having a clear panic attack? Oh, poor baby. How many cases do these games have? Usually like 4 or 5, depending. And they're separated into sections, like you investigate, and then you go to court, and then you probably investigate again, and then, you know. This one has 5. One of them was added on to the later editions of the game. This is technically the last one in the story, which it kind of feels like it wraps up the first 4, but then there's an add-on that continues the story. Right. We have to give Edgeworth's letter of request to Detective Gumshoe. We have to leave Edgeworth on the floor to have his panic attack by himself. What's going on here? Ah! What's wrong, Detective? This wild lady comes in here just a while ago. Says she came to talk to y'all after hearing what Mr. Wright had to say. What's this all about, pal? Lot of heart. Why are you going around finding more witnesses? Yeah, I think there's a lot of DLC cases. I didn't know that this one had one, because I played it on the DS. I didn't play... I think it was originally a Game Boy game. So the only one I'd ever played was the one with the add-on. But it makes sense now knowing it, just because it feels like the first 4, like, cases kind of connect a little more. Just because of, like, the running themes. But the next one's really fun, too. I do like... If it's the one... Is it the one with the car? In the garage? I don't know. I think it's that one. You want to give Mr. Edgeworth the death sentence, pal? No, not at all. Just, I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't go around covering up evidence. You trying to say something about the way I do my job? No, sir. Look what I got. Hey, you did it, pal. Glad I waited till the last minute to file those papers. I'll rip them up and start new ones for you. Thanks, Detective. Well, see you in court tomorrow then. Good luck, pal. Hey, you guys feel that earthquake a little while back? I was worried. Worried? We're fine. I've lived out here my whole life. I'm pretty used to them by now. Oh, I wasn't worried about you two. I was worried about Mr. Edgeworth. He's so sweet! Oh, right. He did seem to overreact a little now that you mention it. A little. I'm not surprised. It was a pretty big quake. I'm gonna go check on him. Oh, Gumshoe! You two go eat and get your rest for tomorrow's trial. Later. He's such a good boy! Go take care of him. I wonder what it is with Mr. Edgeworth and earthquakes. I wonder. He was never that scared of them when he was in school. Something happened. Then again, I only really got to know him in 4th grade. He transferred to another school after that. I wonder what happened to Edgeworth. To be continued right now. Yes, we shall save progress. I hear my dog barking, so we will take a 5-minute break and I will walk my dog, and we shall return in just a moment. Alright, we're back. And ready to go to court. Time to clear my boyfriend's name. Future boyfriend. Future love of my life. Karma? That's right, Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He is a god of prosecution rights. A god! Not a single case? He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll really do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? Just picture a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10. Ugh. So he was your teacher? Something like that. And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep! Oh wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out. I doubt it! Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years! He's as ruthless as me, times 20! That's pretty ruthless. Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me. Speaking of Mia... Maya? Uh-huh. We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think? Oh. I can't. Sorry. I tried, I really tried, but I couldn't reach. You couldn't reach? I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again. Oh man, what bad timing. She said she needed a waterfall, why didn't you get her one? I'm really sorry. I'll try my best. I hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Well, it's time. Let's head in. Here we go. God, his eyes! Karma looks so creepy. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is a vampire, Your Honor. Mr. Von Karma, is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think I would stand here and were I not completely prepared? Right, my apologies. He's even got the judge scared. There's a new Ace Attorney game in Japan right now? Really? Like new? Like new? Like the last one I heard of was the sequel to the Back in Time one. I would love a new game. I want a new game so bad. Very well, your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness. What else could possibly be required? Nothing. Of course, that should be fine. The prosecution may call its first witness. What's with this guy? Is he royalty or something? He's a vampire, obviously! How am I supposed to fight against this? I call the detective in charge of this case, Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident. Now! Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Wouldn't you be? Please take a look at the map. The murder happened late Christmas Eve around midnight. There was one boat in the very middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now, there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 a.m., she heard 2 pistol shots. Then, the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop. Testify to the court about the arrest. Now! But wait, Mr. Von Karma? Yes. Actually, I'm the one that's supposed to be handling these proceedings. Wrong. There is only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gavel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course, you're quite right. No, he's not! Oh, man, this guy is something else. A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. 30 minutes is a long time for somebody, like, he could have vanished. What was he doing? Begin your cross-examination, attorney, now! Man, alright, let's press. You received a call from a man? Yep. But you said there was a woman camping there. She was the one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? Wow, his voice is incredibly deep. The woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people. There were 2 witnesses. Irk. Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today, I've summoned the woman who was camping. The woman who was camping. A lot of heart. What happened next, detective? We headed to the scene of the crime as fast as we could. How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is get there quick. Why is his voice that deep? Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for detective daydreaming. Continue. Yes, sir. That's where we found Mr. Edgeworth. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective, the court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been on the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got his share of objections. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all. Why didn't you think he was suspicious? You should know. We have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your musings. Deep, trusting, poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Poor guy, he is just having a rough day. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue, now! But the next morning, a body was found in the lake. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was recovered from the body. He was shot through the heart, fatally.
Well, don't think it. Well, I guess maybe you could be shot through the heart unfatally?
Non-fatally? That seems unlikely. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well. The court accepts this bullet in a second. 22 caliber. So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Oh yeah, people talking about karma getting on the... Oh man, just wait. Just wait. Well, we found the murder weapon in the boat. The murder weapon? A pistol. Detective Gumshoe. That is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right. Sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon was found in the boat. Hey, Dot! Welcome! Thanks for joining us! We are on the fourth case of the first game. We've been playing for a little while, but you are very welcome here. Thank you for joining us. What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? Tisk, tisk, tisk. He has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. Oh, they specified right hand. That's definitely gonna come up. That's gonna be important. Do. So Mr. Edgeworth's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon. Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. Fired 3 times, but we only heard 2 shots. Huh. Heard 2 shots. Members of the court. We now have the pistol used for the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, sir. Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes. The ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol. Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings? Shocking! To imagine someone here does not know something as basic as ballistic markings. Nick, he's glaring at me. Tisk. Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Oh my god. Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks on each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints. I'm worried about the fact that every time he snaps, there's a metallic sound. Sir, do you have metal hands? I'm a little worried about that. Oh, are you playing the games for the first time, Dot? That's pretty awesome. This is the ending, so you probably don't want to... We're not going to probably finish it tonight, but there will be spoilers. So, I would understand if you wanted to keep spoiler-free. This is bad. This makes it look like Edgeworth did it. Well, Judge, I'd say it's almost decisive, yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt? Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge! Yes? What are you doing? A 10-minute recess! Now! Wow! But wait, Just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man. Yes! This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court anyway? I'm with you, Dot. I feel the same way. I played these games all the way through and I don't remember most of them because it's been a while. I remember some big things. Edgeworth, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon. And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in the photo. True. Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me, I didn't shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. How am I gonna convince anyone of that? Say, Maya. What? Any progress with Mia? Oh, sorry, it's no good. Ugh, I know. I'm no good for anything, am I, Nick? Aw, baby, no! If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right? It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense. What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits. Oh, everyone has their off days. I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is gonna run out. Really? Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. It's bad from my heart. Oh, sorry. Whoops. That was so cute. Oh, man. I love it. I just love them. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Oh boy, now I have to do this voice again. Lotta Hart, you are a research student at a university? That I am. Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand? I think you're gonna have a hard time with that. Y'all need to learn some manners. Understand? Yeah, I understand. Very well, your testimony, please. It was Christmas Eve just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car. I heard this bang come up from the lake. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Interesting. Enough. Huh? Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo. Accept it as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Yes, obviously. Order, I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake. So the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth. Order, order, order. I will have order. Well, Judge? The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. No! Very well, this court finds the defendant. Wait, Your Honor! I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. Cross-examination. We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words and they all read guilty. Just guilty, 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 guilty. You lose. Or, do you claim to have found a contradiction in her testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then, I will have you held in contempt of court. Nick? Contempt? Contempt of court, you know? I guess I understand? Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony? I think I noticed one little thing. Wow, I'm impressed, Nick. I didn't notice anything. Right. Let's take him on. Yeah. I got a bad feeling about this. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Very well. I pray for your sake this isn't a waste of time. Just after midnight. Just after midnight. In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve. Christmas Day? That's not it. Yeah, well, yes. I know you want to find contradictions, but really. I hope your next contradiction's a little more relevant. Continue. It's in my car. Why are you camping there anyway? I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research. What research? This all sounds suspicious. Miss Hart, could you be more specific about your research? What does the witness's motive in camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained? What? Now I'm the one who says that! Well, then say it already. Objection sustained. Dang it. I heard this bang come up from the lake. Let's see. So, you weren't looking at the lake at the time. Nope. I looked right after I heard that noise. She said that already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness. When I looked out the window, I saw 2 gents in a boat. Could you clearly see the 2 men? Just look at the picture. Clear enough for you? Uh-oh. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the 2 men. Yeah. Well, of course. The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your precious contradictions. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Then there was another bang. Were you watching the very moment the shot rang out? Well, yeah, sure. You're asking meaningless questions. Meaningless! Contradictions, Mr. Wright, not meaningless babble. Von Karma, I think I hate you. He's trying to keep me from talking to the witness. To what end? Wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat. Are you sure about that? Yeah, sure as a country gal can be. That sounds pretty sure. How come you're so sure? Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake. Scanned the whole lake. It almost sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. Miss Hart, you... Mr. Wright, the witness has answered the question in full. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I... Sustained! Yes, of course. He has no spine. No spine. Enough! I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But, Your Honor... You keep your promise, Mr. Wright. I am afraid that I will have to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood? Uh-huh. Nick, Lotta's testimony is fishy, real fishy. I know what you mean, but if I can't say anything, what can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Mr. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand. Who was that? It was me. Aww. Maya. Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities? No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful that you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him fire that pistol? Aw, she's gonna take the blame, Maya! You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the defense's outburst. Answer me, Lotta. What's the big idea, treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth. Enough. Judge, declare the defense in contempt of court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. Guard, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No. No. Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent. Ha! What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Wrong. What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes her testimony, and I have a right to cross-examine her again. Maya saved the day, and she was so sad about being useless. Look at her go. What is up with my hair? There we go. You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. Don't do it. I'm sorry, Mr. Von Karma, but I cannot. What? Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. The defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But he is in contempt of court! No, I am. If you're gonna arrest someone, arrest me. Very well. Maya Fey, you will leave the courtroom immediately. Nick, I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck. Maya, that's my girl. Oh, she's great. Took the fall for us. Peh, I care not for this melodrama. Listen well, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering of my witnesses. Apparently you also don't tolerate talking to them. I'm running out of time. I'd better find a contradiction in here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Mr. Edgeworth. That's it? Uh-oh. I don't know if I can find anything in that. But I can't squander Maya's efforts either. I saw it clear as day. Well, what about the other man? You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claimed there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. Well, find it, if you can. Mr. Wright, I have to assign you a penalty. Wow, I guess I'm not allowed to ask anything. That's it? Uh-oh, I don't know if I can find anything. Or I guess I gotta present something. Is that it? The fact that it was so foggy? Yeah, it's the fog. Got you. Got you, Miss Hart. Finally. What? You got what? Look at this photograph. Every time it makes me laugh. The photo I took. The very same. There's something I want you to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart. So? This picture was taken with professional high-quality film, correct? Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Yet you claim you saw Mr. Edgeworth. How? What? What? Hey, just another pest. Welcome. Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony. Wow, just outright saying it. Damn. Yet now she has said it, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edgeworth? Explain yourself. What? Could you see the defendant that night? Of course. I said I could and I meant I could. Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. I did it! I finally found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony. Yay! You're right, it was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. So once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. See? No problem. You used binoculars? Very well, you may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good. You're right, it was cold night. So, how could you see Edgeworth? Now, just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types would never find a gal from where I'm from. Defense attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Ouch! Nobody loves me. Your camera? Yeah, it's got an automatic... The issue we are concerned with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edgeworth. The camera has nothing to do with this at all. He's a little defensive there. He's not letting her answer any of my questions. Brought mine binoculars. Yeah, binoculars. Yesterday, you mentioned you were out looking for shooting stars, correct? Well, yeah. Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars for that? Uh-oh. I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that for certain. Mr. Wright. Is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with this line of questioning. But know this. If you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, do you wish to press further about the camera? This is make it or break it time. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue my line of questioning. Wow, maybe I went a little overboard there. But no, I think there's a good point that the camera, I think, is the key. Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera. Yeah, I hear you. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower. Miss Hart, what made you choose that lake to photograph meteors? You know the fog gets thick on the lake. It's not very suited to stargazing. Yeah, well, you see, I guess I wasn't thinking too straight, Good night, Jeff. Thanks for joining us. I will not have you badgering my witness because of her challenged intellect. Now, wait a minute. Continue your testimony. You were saying how it was you saw Edgeworth. Grr. No unnecessary comments, please. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I looked with my binoculars. If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change that at all? What do you mean? Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you clearly saw him. I did, yeah. Enough. There is no room for doubt in her testimony. She sounded pretty doubtful to me. But I have to find a clear contradiction first. I don't care how many von Karmic objections I get. I'm going to find a hole in this testimony if it's the last thing I do. You're right, it was a cold night and the mist was thick skirts. So once I saw... Loud noise. 12:25. Alright. Once I was... Camera... I'm gonna press... Oops, nope, that's not what I meant to do, actually. I meant to present. Okay. I'm gonna try presenting, because it says presented, like, a picture when a loud noise is taken. But meteor showers don't make noise. Yes! You were photographing shooting stars? That's a lie. Says who? I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point a camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart. Oof. Yeah, that's just one of many problems. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Your Honor, take a look at this. What was Miss Hart trying to photograph at the lake? Gordy! Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this? A newspaper article? Gordy. Ah, the sighting at Gourd Lake. Well, Miss Hart? I never heard of no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down at the lake trying to photograph this Gordy. I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Very well, let's see it. And no joking around this time, please. What is proof that the witness was trying to photograph Gordy the lake monster? The proof, Miss Hart, is your own camera. Because it's set up for loud noises, and the article said that when the monster appeared, there was a loud noise. That's gotta be it. Your camera was set to take photos in response to loud noises, correct? Thus, this photograph here, taken when a gun fired on the lake. And here in this article about Gordy, according to this article, Gordy made a loud noise when it emerged. Well, you were trying to photograph Gordy, weren't you? That's why you had set your camera to respond to loud noises. Order, order. I see. I, too, thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart, you were camping there to try and take a photo of Gordy, weren't you? Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy, I was down there trying to photograph Gordy. You got me. So what? Huh? That don't change what I saw, does it? Exactly. What you just used several precious minutes of our time to prove is nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist. Hey! But as she so succinctly said, so what? It changes nothing. Not true. You were hiding the whole thing about Gordy for some reason, I know it. But what could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting to the bottom of this. Miss Hart? Why did you hide the fact you were searching for Gordy from the court? Please revise your testimony. Right. Fine, I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though. Something will change. It has to. And I'm going to spot it. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by the lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at that lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched that boat the whole time. Then I saw a flash near one of the man's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time, crossed my heart and hoped to fry. Don't believe it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Objection. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointless cross-examination. Objection. I claim the defense's right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Karma's up to something, I know it. He doesn't want me to cross-examine her because why? Was there a contradiction? Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in mind. Ha! That would be a first. Very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at an examination, Mr. Wright. If there is no problem with the testimony this time, we will let the witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. Lada's new testimony. Then what manner of person are you? I'm not sure I'm highfalutin enough to be called a manner of anything. An investigative photographer. Yep. You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. And guess what? What? There was a UFO just hanging in the sky. A UFO? You know, an unidentified flying object. A UFO. Oh my god. That's when I had a sort of revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer. I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Imagine what a scoop would be if I got a picture of that monster. Is Gordy really all that newsworthy? Heck yeah! They even had him up on the TV. I'm not sure that appearing on the local news as Rumor of the Month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe. Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper, for real. Mr. Wright, this is one fight I do not believe you can win. Let's keep moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's why you put the automatic sensor on your camera. Yep, borrowed it from a university professor. Analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang, it snaps a shot. Yep. So how many pictures has it taken so far? The only time the camera triggered was that night. That's all I was hiding. I think it's time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake. Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake be swarming with competitors. Competitors? Yeah, second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop. Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth? Well, actually, he told her to hide the truth. Mr. Wright, I'll not have you asking questions with no relevance to this case. Whatever you say, Von Karma, I know you told her to keep quiet. But why? Exactly what sort of sound was it? Well, I never heard one before, so I can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper a sound than I would have expected. There wasn't much else to look at. Yep. I don't know, if she heard a bang and she thought Gordy was out there, I kinda doubt she'd waste any time looking at a boat. What? What'd I do now? What are you giving me that look for? Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Hold your hush puppies, Pops. I'm getting there. And I saw a flash. Good night, Lobsel. Thanks for joining us. Was there nothing on the lake but the boat at the time? Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, no. The lake was smooth as glass, and nobody was on the shore, neither. Better find some sort of contradiction in this testimony. I won't be able to beat Von Karma any other way. There has to be something. It was fired 3 times. Is it that? She said she only got those pictures. If it was fired 3 times. Investigative, imagine. That's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, there wasn't much else to look at. Heard another gunshot. I have 2, 4, 6. I can get wrong 4 times, so I'm gonna take a few stabs in the dark, and if I really don't figure it out, I'll just Google it. I wonder if it has something to do with the fact that the gun was fired 3 times, but she only heard 2 noises. It's not that. Maybe... Wasn't much else to look at. Maybe the fact that Gordy would have been out there? Should I present Gordy? Wasn't much else to look at. She would have been trying to look at Gordy, right? Yep. Miss Hart, were you really looking at that boat? What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It was the only thing out there. Any normal person be looking at it. I agree, any normal person would. But you are far from normal. What? Y'all want to step over here and say that? You were camping at the lake to take a picture of Gordy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gordy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Uh-oh. Order continue, Mr. Wright. You testified you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gordy, and that's what you were doing. Well? Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gordy might be out there and all. Miss Hart, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then? You were lying and about to get a man killed? Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, you know, I could be witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat, till now. I really think she just got it in her head that it would be exciting to be part of this and got over her head. And then Von Karma got to her. Yeah. She meant well, but she was obviously she had nothing to do with this. This is totally uncalled for. But hey! You got the photograph, you got proof. Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this. Right. That's why I took this photo and... Witness, that's enough. You've had a long day. Shut your pie hole. She cleaned up the photo to try and see who was in it, and he doesn't want them to know, because it's not Edgeworth. Shut my what? What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second. She even had a photograph to prove it. But you really can't tell from the photo who's shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. I don't know that really helps. It'll drop the quality a mite, but should let us see who's who. She enlarged that photo. Why won't Von Karma let her show it? Why do you think? I've got a hunch. I bet that enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. If I'm wrong, though, it'll mean prison for Edgeworth or worse. What should I do? Enhance! Look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not? Yeah, I did. Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? But because it does not exist. What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool. Ha! Got him! What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart? Show the photo to the court. Show us the enlargement. Hey, chill out. Yeah, there's a lot of law breaking going on here. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied. The witness will show the enlargement to the court. Here it is. Well, we still cannot see who is firing in this. Ah! Oh! 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 The prince, Edgeworth's right hand, was on the gun, but this is being shot with the left. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Happy now, Mr. Wright? There has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. And little good it has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. No, it's not. It's because you knew there was something in it. I suppose this means that the cross-examination is over, obviously. Then I would like to close the cross-examination of Miss Lotta Hart. And none too soon. That was a flagrant waste of my time. Mr. Von Karma, do you have anything to add? I stated everything I needed to when this trial began. Decisive evidence. A decisive witness who turned out not to be decisive at all. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. Then I believe it is time for me to declare my verdict. Wait, it's not supposed to go like this. There has to be a clue in this photo somewhere. This is bad, real bad. What should I do? Wait, Your Honor, this evidence. I believe we have spent enough time talking about evidence. Indeed. We've heard opinions on every piece of evidence but this enlargement. I see no point in retracting our steps. This is bad, real bad. Okay, so I guess I have to object. Your Honor, there is something decidedly strange with this enlargement. What might that be? Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean. What about this photo is strange? Okay, here goes nothing. I'll show the judge what's strange about this photo. Here, Your Honor. The shooter. I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter is strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? That hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that left hand contradicts. The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edgeworth's right hand. Ergo, the man shooting the pistol in this photograph is not Mr. Edgeworth. Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it proves Edgeworth is innocent. Now that everyone in the courtroom has quieted down, I would like to reconvene this court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. You have given us definitive proof today. We now know that it was not Mr. Edgeworth who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edgeworth didn't do it, then who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people on the lake that night. Who but the defendant could have shot the victim? Well, no. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Yeah, I guess. So you are saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I can think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. But suicide is out of the question. What? An examination of the victim's wound revealed the distance at which he was shot. The distance. The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 feet. Yeah, so it would have been somebody else. There is no way it could have been suicide. Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I had already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edgeworth. However, the prints on the gun reveal the shooter was not Mr. Edgeworth. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. This court is adjourned. We did it! Day 1 complete. Whew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have anything to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, right? Well, yeah, but what happened out there on that lake anyway? If he didn't commit suicide, then who? The shooter was about a meter away, too. Well, what? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was just kidding around. Look, I'm going to go check on Maya. Oh, right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. Aw, he was gonna say tell her thank you and he couldn't bring himself to do it. Aw. That's all. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks, Edgeworth? No, he is complete, emotional repression. Cannot state how he really feels. But he does feel thankful. He just can't say it. I requisitioned a transcript of Lotta's entire testimony. I thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was the bang she heard. Alright. Done pretty well so far. We're gonna call it there and continue next week. Thank you all for joining me. If you'd like, you can follow me on social media to keep more up to date with general day-to-day business and videos and postings and such. Join the Discord to hang out with some cool folks. All those links are below. You can support the channel through Patreon or YouTube and get cool bonuses like movie watch parties. Today we watched The Evil Dead and recorded commentary on it. It was super fun. I really enjoyed it. You can also purchase my books. They are in the description as well. And all that really helps support the channel. I'm also running a Kickstarter right now for a video game I'm working on. That is not in the description yet. I need to fix that. But Kickstarter, The Gaming Muse, if you want to take a look at the game I am working on. I believe that is everything. Hopefully having some videos post this week. And we will stream Fire Emblem tomorrow. So I will see you guys then. Bye.